Hey guys, welcome to my newest video. I figure I'm gonna do a series review for this video, considering I have just finished watching the latest film. I'm gonna review them, and that is probably, and most people would agree with me, one of the greatest film series to ever grace the silver screen, and that would be Indiana Jones. So, yeah, I just finished the fourth one. And that's the one I'm going to start off with, because I'm not going to say my least favorite, but I don't know how to word it, but it's not my least favorite. I give it an 8 out of 10. It was fun, and I know a lot of people had problems with the alien bit, but when you think about it, the first three are based on, like, the serial films of the 30s, and what was big in the 1950s, but the Cold War, and B, science fiction movies. So overall, I appreciate they kept keeping true to what was the decade's thing at the time. But yeah, I liked it, so be it. You got to admit, even if the movie was crappy or not, it was just an absolute joy to watch Harrison Ford play this character again after 19 years. It was great to see Karen Allen back, and she was awesome. And I know some people did have a problem with Shia LaBeouf's character, but you know what? I'm a fan of his. I like him. I like him a hell of a lot more than some of the young actors in Hollywood today. I thought he did pretty good, considering who he's acting with. I mean, pretty damn big names. Hello. And Cate Blanchett, I love her. It's kind of weird to see her as the villain, but I thought she was a hoot in this movie. So the question is, do I think this should have been made? Not the way it was. Though it might have been better without the alien bit. So do I think it should have been made? Yeah, I'm kind of iffy on that. But was it an absolute treat to see? Yes, it was. Just to see him again. The next favorite is one that more people are iffy on than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and that is the Temple of Doom. This one, I loved it. I don't know what the problem was. It's actually said by my father and I that we love this one. I give this 8.5 out of 10. You can say for its time, 1984, it was a little bit on the gory side. Well, this was the movie that conjured up the PG-13 rating, because a lot of this stuff is not for kids under 13, but then again, this was the first Indiana Jones film I saw, and I was 4 at the time, and it never freaked me out. Don't know why it didn't freak me out. And yes, I did see this before the Goonies. That's why I freaked out when I saw the Goonies, and I went, using this. I don't have really too many complaints about this film. It's really fun to watch. So, yeah. And my second favorite, I know people are going to give me looks because this one is what they consider the best and their favorite. It is, like, it's my second favorite, but it's not my absolute favorite. And that, of course, is Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah, you gotta say, this is one of the greatest movies ever made. This is the one that started the Indiana Jones series. It was a blast. Came out in 1981. I was not even a year old when this came out in the summer of 81. But yeah, everything about this movie is great. Yeah, not much else to say except it's great. This one and Temple of Doom I would absolutely kill to see in the theater, because I've only been able to see 2 of them. But yeah, this is a very good movie. You're gonna hear me say that a lot for this. But yeah, this great action sequence, great everything basically. So yeah, this gets a 9 out of 10 for me, and it is in my top 100. But for the life of me, I can't remember which spot. I totally suck. And also, there was something I forgot to point out for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, a really cool moment, which is the little nod to Sean Connery and I cannot pronounce his first name, but Marcus Brody, because as we know, Connery didn't want to come out of retirement to do the film, and the guy who played Marcus Brody, he passed away in I think 92 or 93. So that was something I liked about Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, is that they gave the two guys a little nod. So, and of course, the one that is my favorite, I think a lot of us can agree, this is probably the most charming out of the Indiana Jones films, and it's mostly because of the two stars being, of course, Harrison Ford and Sean Connery, and that one is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Yes, this one is my favorite out of all of them. I don't know why. I think it was the charm between these two. They had a great chemistry. And this, ironically, was the first Indiana Jones film I saw in the theater. Back, ironically enough, 20 years ago. This movie is 20 years old. Can you believe that? Saw it at the drive-in with my parents. I was only 8 at the time. But yeah, this is one of my favorites. And it's so funny because you have, the ironic thing is, you have a former Bond villain, and a former Bond girl in this movie. Because, you know, obviously Sean Connery, hello, the guy who played the villain, Donovan, he played the bad guy in not A View to Kill, I'm sorry, For Your Eyes Only, and the girl, Elsa, she was the Bond girl, Jenny Flex, in A View to a Kill. So that was kind of neat. But yeah, this is even, I asked my dad which was his favorite. This is his favorite out of all of them, so I think it's the same as with my mom. This also has showing young Indiana Jones, played by River Phoenix, and I love the fact they did the thing of how he got the scar. I thought that was cool, because as some of you know, Harrison Ford has a scar on his chin, and I love the fact that they played off, this is how Indiana Jones got the scar. So, yeah, this is number 36 or 37 on my top 100. I think it's 36. But yeah, I do kind of wish they would have left it at this one, though I think everybody was like jazzed about another Indiana Jones film, but with how Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was received, I think a lot of us wish that this had remained The Last Crusade. But, you know what? Like I said, I didn't care. I was just happy to see Harrison Ford play this character. From what I hear, not for the last time, I heard there is a possible Indy 5 coming soon. Which, you know what? I'm not gonna bitch. Because I will, until they stop making these, I will forever keep going to watch them. And I hope one day that maybe they will do what they did with Star Wars and re-release these on into theater, so I can see Raiders and Temple of Doom in the theater. So, yep, so there's my little quick quasi-review of the Indiana Jones films. Hopefully some of you guys do a video of your own favorites. But yeah, hopefully these come out on Blu-ray, because if you're wondering why I didn't get this on Blu-ray, I want the whole series, I just don't want one. So yeah, I know someone in my last video requested I do Star Trek, but if you scroll down my videos, I have all 11 reviews on on different videos, so just go check those out. And maybe the next one I'll do is probably the Star Wars films once I rewatch them. So, yep, my little, and also try to do Harry Potter after I see the 6th one. So, yeah, my little trying to do reviews. It's hard because I always say this is such a great movie, because you guys get the point, it's a great movie, but I can't seem to stop saying that. So yeah, so overall for the series, I'd give it a 9 out of 10, because it is just great. It's one of the greatest film series ever. So, okay, guess that's it for this video. Don't know when my next one will be, because I don't know. So, y'all take care, have a good remainder of the week, and as always, rate, comment, and I will see you in the next video.